Hello. Hi everybody, what is going on? I am Numbnexus, bringing you here a very kind of first Sun and Moon legit discussion video since I strayed away from doing discussion videos. I've done videos on the topic of Sun and Moon to what I would like to see. But now since we actually have information, since I wanted to stray away and not do a lot of Sun and Moon videos, since we didn't have anything before this month outside of just logos. I could have made a video like top 10 logos, but I figured why not do an actual discussion video here today though, about the starters, because I did this in X and Y, so why not do it for Sun and Moon? Because you actually can go back and look at them for X and Y. They were really bad. My mic was shit, but they were there. Was I wrong? Oh, I was so wrong. I said chestplate might be dark. What? Oh my god. But of course, guys, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up as well. Subscribe if you already have for more Sun and Moon content. And I'd love to hear your feedback on what you think these typings are going to be. We're going to be doing them in separate videos. So today we have Popplio, and we're going to be discussing some possible typings that Popplio actually could be. Now, I have a few typings that I actually wrote down that I could see Popplio actually ended up being. Maybe even some that a lot of people can't expect. We're going to just knock out the ones that a lot of people think are going to be just most obvious right now. And the first one kind of being Water Fairy. A lot of people actually see Popplio being Water Fairy, and it makes sense that he has that silly aspect around him, and that silly aspect is going to be the difference between him being a fairy and him not. Because if you think about it, how the hell does a Zoomerl become a fairy? How? It's an underwater bunny. How? I can see Gardevoir, I can see Gramble because he's the fairy Pokemon. You can see Clefable, but a Zoomerl? Huh? What? You can see Mawa, it's girly, but a Zoomerl? It's my mascot, that's why, and I'm proud as hell that he gained it, but I don't know. So the fact that a Zoomerl can get it does kind of also point out that Popplio can get it low-key if a lot of people don't think about it. Since Zoomerl has nothing about it that's actually fairy. The fact that it's kind of silly looking, and Popplio is kind of silly looking, alright? Fun fact, if you didn't know, all these turtles are actually based off of, they got that circus theme, I'm guessing. That's what I've been hearing around. They got a circus theme. We got a potential circus tiger for Litten, a circus sea lion for the Popplio, and then God knows what freaking Rowlet is. He's just cute as hell. But I want to actually do say that Water Fairy is legitimately possible. If Water Fairy does happen, good God, this is going to be the best starter of 7th gen. And I'm saying this right now, so quote me on this. Please quote me on this. Okay, you guys ready? Popplio is gonna have the best final evolution out of Litten and Rowlet. Don't at me on Twitter, but low-key at me on Twitter. When we see the final evolutions and you see the design and the power and the typing, I am telling you, dude, he's gonna have the best final evo. Getting back on topic though, it's just a gut feeling. I have no proof, but it's a gut feeling, you know? But I do think about it being Water Fairy. He's got that silly aspect, and that's the only thing that really makes me see Water Fairy, which I think a lot of people in the community have generally accepted as well, if they could see him being Water Fairy, purely based off the fact that he's got that silly aspect. You can see, just design-wise, you can see him being a Water Fairy, so having that blue and pink color scheme aspect, which you'll be seeing some art on the screen, and I will be leaving shout outs and mentions to all the people that drew this fantastic art. You are all so much talented people. Jesus Christ, you're talented. Another one that I wanted to talk about as well is water fighting. Now, I don't really see this one being happening. It's only on this discussion topic, purely based on the fact that apparently there was some data mine stuff found on this website. I know my boy PD Winnell and Nick made videos of it. Shout out to them. But they found this thing, which a lot of people have found, where it's these typings, and it's like it has the typing aspect, the color for the typing. It's got a color palette for that typing, and it's this dark brown one is ground, and then this kind of lighter brown one is fighting, and it's right after water, which your Popplio was at, so everyone is now thinking that Popplio is going to be water fighting. I'm going to be that low-key hipster and say that he's not going to be water fighting. The only reason why it's on this list is because I actually could low-key see being a possibility, but then I couldn't. It's like 80-20, where 80 I couldn't, but then 20 I could. I wouldn't be surprised. The first time I saw Popplio, the first thing that actually jumped into my mind is water fighting. Because how the hell are they gonna make Litten a fire fighting, you know? And just after so much like negative results that Tepig received after becoming a fire fighting, like, because I know Cerebi initially had, and they made a mistake where it said fire ground. And I know, and I saw this, I was freaking out. I was like, okay, cool, it's not a firefighting. They instantly give us a firefighting, 3 straight generations of firefighting. That's why a lot of people actually did not choose Tepig. He was the least chosen one and least popular one compared to the 2 of Snivy and Oshawott. So that's why I can't see them making Litten a firefighting, but instead what they could do is give another one of the 2, or of the 3, or no, of the 2, a fighting typing. And it can't be Rowlet, because Rowlet is grass flying. Rowlet's gonna be grass flying his entire evolutionary line. But I could definitely see it being water fighting. They could give it the fighting attribute just to kind of make up for the firefighting, and they don't want any more firefighting since community-wise, and they've seen it from Tepig that no one really wants firefighting anymore. It was cool when you did it the first 2 times, because we only got it once when you did it on Blaziken, and then we only got it a second time at Infernape, and those 2 are cool as hell. And Emboar, don't get me wrong, Emboar is cool as hell too, but firefighting. So I definitely could see water fighting being the thing as well, but some like a kickboxing seal, you know? Kickboxing sea line would be dope as hell. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be dope. The last one we actually have now though for possible typings, or the last 2, and one of them is kind of a stretch, the other one's kind of a as well. Pure water. I feel like what they're gonna do is they could make this thing pure water, because they might go with the Kanto Generation 1 starter history line with this one. Now point out, watch this, right? The only starter Pokemon that has a dual typing from the beginning is Bulbasaur, being grass poison. Now the only other Pokemon that pars with that is Rowlet, being grass flying, while the other 2 are just water and fire. Now of course Charmander said yeet, and he got the flying attribute, so that's why I could also see them going with the Kanto aspect, and one of the 2 being Litten or Popplio actually receiving a second typing more along Litten. But that's why I could see Popplio then actually becoming the water one, because I could see Litten getting another typing, which I'll leave that for the Litten video. Like Litten could be like fire poison, fire ghost, fire dark, yeah. And then I could also just see Popplio becoming the Squirtle of this generation and just being pure water. I definitely could see that being happening, since they might go with that Kanto approach. Because think about it, they made Rowlet the next thing. Ever since Pokemon was made, we've never had a starter Pokemon from the beginning that has had a dual typing but Bulbasaur. This is the first time that this has happened since like the release of Pokemon. It's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. Sure, there's a lot of people riding on the Rowlet wave because he's hella cute and he's like a meme. He's the most popular of the 3. And while Popplio is the least most popular of the 3, I'm a little upset. I actually really like Popplio. I could really see him gaining the Squirtle attribute. And think about it, Squirtle is a very powerful starter Pokemon. Blastoise is a monster. Blastoise is a monster. Without the Mega Evolution, competitively, he's just okay. He's not really good, and then he's not really bad. He's just you know? Whereas I actually could see Popplio going down that line as well. Not much that's kind of standing out, but at the same time, it would be amazing as well. Design-wise, it really might keep this thing going, but it's just gonna be, I feel like really from my gut that it's gonna end up being the Squirtle line, where it's just gonna be a pure water, and then Litten will actually be the one that's gonna have the second typing added onto it. Or how Litten, they might go with their own approach then, and Litten might just be pure fire as well, but I'll leave that for the Litten video. So that's what I think. And then another thing that I actually could see happening for it as well, and it is unfortunate that this could happen, and God forbid that this happens, water ice. Now, this is crazy because a lot of water typings, believe it or not, that we actually have, or a good amount of them, especially from Generation 1, have been water ice. They kind of just slap on the ice attribute because they don't know what else to put it on. So they'll just give it the free ice typing to then just say, okay, screw it, here's a double typing right here. Now, I really don't want it to be ice typing, but it's not what I want, but it's what I think. I actually could see ice typing happening onto the thing, because if you think about it, there are sea lions, and a lot of sea lions, even the ones in Hawaii, are accustomed to cold water as well. They can migrate, they can do all of these things, they go places, so it definitely is possible. That's why I see ice typing happening, but God forbid I don't want ice typing to happen, since the typing alone itself really isn't the world's best typing. If anything, it's actually a pretty bad typing, so hopefully that doesn't happen, but yeah, it's definitely possible. The ones that I really think are possible though is really water fairy or just pure water. But out of the 4, that's exactly the ones that I think. You guys let me know in the comments section down below though which ones you think are the most possible from what I've described here in this video. And if you disagree with all of these in this video, then please by all means let me know in the comment section what typing you think Popplio is gonna be and why. But with that being said though, guys, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Depending on how well this video does, I will be releasing the Litten, Rowlet, and the legendary ones by themselves as well sooner within this week, depending on how well this video does. So make sure to give your support on this type of video just to see how it goes. Sun and Moon is like about 6 months away, so very excited for that. Can't wait. We actually get news June 2nd as well, so hype for that. More information, I cannot wait for that. I'm really loving this game, and I Team Litten to the death of me. But Popplio Defense Squad, at heart, I'm kind of with you guys as well. So Popplio lovers, I'm with you as well. That's it though. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I'm gonna get up out of here. Goodbye.